Well, at the top of the show, we showed you some video of hail in Milledgeville earlier today. A viewer in Washington County says she saw hail too. You can see some little peace eyes going on right here. These photos from Cheryl, Burgamy, and Warthen, and that was one of the spots that actually got hit with a few rounds of thunderstorms up there. And I think we're going to see more stuff like this tomorrow. There was a time in Baldwin County, and that was that video we saw earlier, that radar was indicating up to half-inch size, a $half size even was mentioned from the National Weather Service. 74 at the Georgia National Fairgrounds and Agri Center in Perry. I was trying to wait to see if we got lucky with some lightning stuff in the background. I'm shooting south toward those thunderstorms, but once again, it's live TV and you can't stand there forever waiting on it. 60s in the overnight low. That's not the big story. That is that we're going to have rain and a few thunderstorms still bebopping around. I don't know when these things are going to go to bed, but they're still just kind of meandering around and moving in all different directions. You'll either have light to moderate rain in some spots, and then sometimes it'll pick up into something a little bit heavier. The latest is what's going on here in Dooley. This is where we're shooting from the camera down here. Starting to blow up again. So it looks like it's over for a little bit, and then all of a sudden it blossoms back again. Let's start in our northern counties. This is actually good stuff right here when you have dry ground like we've had. Just that steady soaker out there. Not too much at one time so that it all runs off. As we go on down the map here, you're seeing stuff off and on anywhere from Crawford, Bibb, northward. Let's go on down to, let's see, these little lightning strikes, by the way, like the one in Roberta, you'll just have those out of nowhere. It might just be like a light sprinkle, and all of a sudden just boom, one lightning strike, even though there's no organized thunderstorm stuff right there. But the atmosphere is just so charged up out there. And you can see from Macon County spreading down into Dooley, Hawkinsville area. Some of these spots that really haven't been touched much this afternoon and tonight, finally starting to get in on it. You get one of these atmosphere situations here where if there's parts of it that have been uneaten out there as far as the fuel for thunderstorms, it'll fill back in as you go through the late evening hours. It's kind of a summertime feel out there. And you can see some of these areas may still keep going right outside of Dublin with a thunderstorm there. These bigger storms continue to roll slowly down the Georgia-Alabama line. Columbus has been saturated for quite some time over the past few hours with these storms. And as we zoom out, you can see more storms going over into the Carolinas, rolling out into the Atlantic. That's what came through parts of North Georgia earlier. So there it is, just a level 2 for this grouping of thunderstorms, but we're still in a 1 for the potential for a strong storm or two. No warnings in a long time. I don't anticipate some severe weather outbreak tonight, but something we still have to watch. And as we go through the day tomorrow, level 1 farther south and east you are, then it goes up to a 2 and a 3 in northwest Georgia. And that's going to be with a line of thunderstorms that starts to come across. Now, the models of all of them that I look at show everything fizzling within the next hour, hour and a half. We'll see if that happens. So far, it looks like that's incorrect because it just keeps regenerating out there. Now, let's get into tomorrow afternoon around 2 or 3. Here comes another round coming through with gusty winds. 2, 3, 4 o'clock coming through the Macon area and then starting to sink southward. We're not done yet. Here comes another wave starting to get ready as we head in toward 9, 10 o'clock tomorrow night. Timing could change, but this time tomorrow night we could be talking about a line of thunderstorms coming across again into midnight on into maybe 1 or 2 in the morning, and then that should do it at least for that day. But then Wednesday, once the front's coming through, maybe a few thunderstorms still. The farther south you go until this front finally comes in and brooms this stuff on out of here. So, a busy run. We've been needing some rain. That's the good part. Bad part is it's just wave after wave of having to keep an eye on severe potential. We don't want to see some of the stuff we saw today, which wasn't overly, awful, but we did have some pockets of damage out there. So we're looking at thunderstorms again strong tomorrow and a little bit of Wednesday, and then we'll clear it out. Great finish to the week heading to Mother's Day weekend.